Hello, everybody. My name is Bellington Manindi Mabwalia. Welcome to today's talk show. On today's talk show, we're hosting a very special person. We have a very interesting topic, so I'll allow her to introduce herself.
Hello everyone, my name is Amenze Arunse and I'm currently studying at Idaho State University and my major is Business Management and Marketing and a certificate in sales. I'm in my junior year, so that's a little bit about me.
Oh wow! So where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria originally.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So we've brought you here today to discuss about student success.
Okay.
Because you are one of the students I've observed to have accumulated some immense amount of success when it comes to your studenthood, to your period as a student. So when do you graduate, sir?
I'll be graduating next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's nice. So when it comes to student success, what do you understand about student success? Is it just graduating with your degree and that's all?
Oh, it's not about just graduating with degree. It's one thing to just graduate with 4.0 GPA, and if you don't have experience, it doesn't mean anything. So for student success, you have to, first of all, GPA, that's fantastic if you have a 4.0 GPA.
Yeah.
But it's even more fantastic when you have internship secured, and you have a lot of network, and you also have a lot of competition that you have gone to in order to put in your resume, so that you can show your employee that you're not only intelligent, you know how to network, you have the team communication skills, and a lot of that. Just with everything together, you are going to be a great fit for when you graduate outside of school.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
So I observed that you won some awards at Idaho State University. I remember last time you partnered with someone and you came out the second place, and this time you're just alone and you came out second place. So how was that like?
Yeah, it was good. So like before the success story, I actually went before, and I didn't win anything.
Oh,
so that
really?
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So I did a sales competition the first round, and I didn't win, but that didn't stop me because I said, okay, next year I have a little bit of experience. Next year I'm gonna go again, and I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna win.
Oh wow.
Well, so after all the efforts, we came out second. Then after that with my team, then the next round I went alone and I came out second again.
Oh,
So
wow. Congratulations on
thank
that
you.
one. There have been some pretty consistency there, huh?
yeah, it's been consistent. I'm trying to go this year again to luckily get first round because
Yeah,
you know.
hopefully you get the
Hopefully,
first round.
yeah.
So that's something that really inspired me. Like, how did you like manage to pull out, like you've been consistent on the second place? So how did you manage like to do that?
Funny enough, I've never had any sales class before prior to any experience. This is actually this semester is the first time that I'm doing a sales class. But like in my country, my mom had a store where she sells material, and I was a sales assistant in that store.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that was something that I enjoyed. That is what made me go into business aspect because I love interacting with customers, trying to understand what they need for the company and stuff or whatever they want. So I was like, okay, if I could be able to increase the revenue for my mom business, this shouldn't be any different because basically you're just trying to sell a product to the buyer and persuade them to buy that product. So when I went the first round, there were a little bit of something because it was my first experience. I haven't gone to any sales class before, so I really didn't know how they do it. So after the first round, I went to my professor. I was like, okay, this is what you did wrong. This is where you can improve and stuff like that. I started doing more research, in-depth research. I was able to accumulate the knowledge that I have from my home country, which is Nigeria, and the knowledge that I've also accumulated here in the United States. So I just added everything together, and boom, that's how I was able to succeed in my sales competition. Yeah.
Wow, that's really amazing. So according to my research from a little bird that told me you had an internship with Amazon.
Yeah, I had an internship.
Like Amazon is, I don't know if it's the biggest, but one of the biggest companies.
Yeah.
Like, and you had an internship with them.
Yeah.
Wow, that's.
It's actually funny. Let me tell you a funny story. So like my resume back in my country, I only had sales experience. Then I was at University of Idaho. Before I came to Idaho State University. So I was like where we sell food.
Yeah.
Basically, so like I was interacting with customers. So when I came at Idaho State University, I really didn't have any experience. So I was telling my friend, I was like, I want to have an internship with a big company. I don't know the company, but I know it's gonna be big that everybody knows.
There was also some faith in there.
Yeah, it was. And I told him, and was like, bring a resume. I brought in my resume. There wasn't really any tangible experience that I had in my resume, just some minor, because like I only had experience back home in Nigeria. I didn't really have any experience here in the United States of America.
Mhm.
And like it's two different countries. You have to be able to have experience here in the United States and back in Nigeria. But I didn't have any experience in the United States. So like I was like, okay, it doesn't matter. One thing I'll advise to students is really top up your resume, because your
Yeah.
resume is really your selling point for you.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I went in depth. I went to the resume roundup. I was doing interviews with Idaho State University. They have a center success where you can do interviews and you can do a lot of stuff with them. It was really nice. So I submitted my resume to Amazon and we did a test. So I was able to pass that test.
Oh,
And
wow.
after I passed the test, we went to the interview stage. With the interview stage, the lady was like, "Okay, I like you.
Oh,
Gotta give it."
wow.
And with that, I was able to
You know,
intern at Amazon.
you make it sound so easy. I'm sure there's like 1,000 of people like applying at Amazon with high grades, some graduates, some
Exactly.
with PhDs, but not everyone gets to have such a rare opportunity.
Yeah, you just have to have that confidence. And then sometimes there's a backstory that I applied to other company they didn't give me, but nobody
Yeah.
knows that.
Yeah.
But like it's the story that Amazon picked you. That's the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
everybody knows,
yeah,
right?
like
Yeah.
that's really big. Like who would
Exactly.
know that story?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like it's really hard for you to do your research for the company that you want to intern for, so that you see how they accept people, how they structure their resume. That will actually boost you up. That's what I did, and I was able to get an internship.
It looks like you have a pretty rich resume.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like, you know, there are some students like, to them they're just like the average student type. They just believe in like going to class, submitting assignments, taking their exams, and to them that's it. That's just being a student. Like, what would you say to such a student?
I was actually that student. So when
Oh,
I came
really?
here, yeah, I was like, people were telling me, oh, because College of Business is really fun, especially this Idaho State College of Business. They have a lot of opportunity that you can benefit from.
Wow.
But when I came here, I was like, nah, because in my country, back home in Nigeria, if you have 4.0, that's the only thing you need to get a successful job.
Okay.
But here, even if you have, because a lot of students have 4.0, so
Yeah.
it's really nothing special.
Yeah.
So that's how you have to sell yourself to be different.
Ah.
So when I came here, I was just going to class, doing the minor things, come home, relax, and that was it.
Yeah.
Until I had a professor, his name was Joe Knight,
Yeah.
and I was able to take his class. It was personal branding. After I took that class, it really made me like, I was thinking deep. I was like, okay, this makes sense. Why not go for this network stuff like that?
Yeah.
Because I'm an introvert. I really don't like talking with people and stuff. I really
Oh,
just
really?
like exactly staying by myself. But the first time that I went to the professional dining something that they had. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is fun. I went to another one, and I was gaining experience. The
Yeah.
experience that I have now, I cannot even compare it to the one that when I came new way.
Wow.
So I know it's really not easy because you don't know anybody there. It's just you and you
Yeah,
alone.
yeah.
So, but
like it's networking is like the most important, and it's not that easy. Like
exactly,
it's really hard.
It's really hard for you
Yeah,
to
and
network.
you've managed like to put all these barriers. You know, like
Yeah.
you really set the bar high for us.
Yeah, even the accent. Like a lot of people are like, oh, the accent, but don't really care. Just put yourself out there, do what you can, and leave the rest for Heavenly Father.
Yeah.
And even if you don't get what you want, keep trying. Don't just give up and say, oh, okay, I did this first one. If on my sales competition I went the first one, I'm like, oh, okay, I did the first one, I'm not going to do it again. I won't be able to succeed for the second one and the other one that I did.
Oh,
So
wow.
even if you try, it doesn't work,
Yeah.
keep going. Go for the next one. You don't know what will happen.
You know, I've heard of students who get job offers before they even graduate. So I think I'm looking at one. Have you like already received any job offers or?
Yeah, I received job offer from Amazon to come work with them after graduation.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really amazing. Like
Yeah.
Amazon. That's
Yeah, it was nice
that's
experience.
something big.
Yeah.
You know, I also wish like I knew this earlier, this thing of networking and stuff, because sometimes I feel like we just limit ourselves to just average student life.
Yeah.
Many students think, I believe that there's more to being a student than just going to lectures, doing your exams, submitting assignment. Like
Yeah.
if we engage in such activities, like there's huge opportunities in that.
Yeah, exactly. I can't even stress that more enough. Go to class, exam. Like if you get 4.0, that's totally fine. That's impressive.
Yeah.
But like you want to add to that. Imagine you have 4.0, you have good network, you have
Yeah.
social skills, team skills. Who wouldn't pick you in
Yeah,
the company?
like imagine you're applying for a company with hundreds of other people also
Yeah,
have 4.0.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like you need something there to distinguish you from them.
Yeah. And when I go out now, I'm more confident because I have this experience. So like when
Yeah.
I go into a workforce, I don't just, if it's me before, I'll be shy, but now I have the experience. I'm So I'm really able to put myself out there like that.
Like exposure, you know.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be something big like Amazon. You don't have to do all this. There's CPI job at Idaho State University. I'm currently doing a CPI with them now.
Oh, wow.
That's something you after you're done you can put in your resume. Exactly, like you can do anything. Just try to polish it up and
So
put it in your resume.
what's about this CPI job?
So the CPI, I'm the student programming assistant for the TRIO.
Oh.
So basically, I'm trying to see ways to because people don't know what TRIO is at Idaho State University. So my job is to make sure they know what TRIO is, and so that I'll be able to bring them into the company. Yeah.
I see you're really engaged with the school. And you're also the secretary for the international students, right?
Yeah, International Students Association. We're about to give up our position now because new people are coming in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be vague. Little things like that. Just trying to put yourself out there. That's all it takes for you. That's what I started with in the International Student Association. And before you know, sales competition. And now we're even going to international states competition. Like recently, we went to Oregon State University to go compete. Although we didn't win, but we still learned some experience.
Like
you understand?
That experience, something that's really important.
And you don't know who is watching. Like people come to me and I'm like, I didn't even know you before, and they're like, oh, look at this, I've seen you this. So this was really impressive. You don't know who is watching.
Yeah.
So just put yourself out there, do what you can, be honest, be social, be happy, feel like you want to be involved. You don't have to change where you're from. You don't have to change your accent. Be natural.
So like, especially about accent, what about those students who are like worried about language barriers, accent, and everything? Like, you know, it's difficult when you're here. They're like always having difficulties listening to what you're saying.
Yeah. I understand that because I'm also an international student too, so I understand.
Yeah.
But like, according to my professor, just say what you have to say clearly as you can, because you know we have African accent, so it's hard for us. It's hard for them to understand. But that shouldn't stop you from doing what you want to. If you want to type to them and let them read it, type in. But like, don't let your accent be saying, "Oh, I have this accent and then I want to draw back." No. Even my professor that is teaching me business statistics right now, she has a very strong Indian accent. But she's doing fine. Everybody can understand her in the class. So they just have to pay attention to what you're saying. Because a lot of people will try to pull you down for your accent, like, I don't understand what you're saying, but don't let that weak you down. So people are just me like that. They can understand what you're saying. That's why you're speaking English. They will understand.
That's true.
Yeah.
I feel like this is something many students out there should like try and should know, like in the first years of them being a student, before it's too late when you're about to graduate, and now you find yourself in a position where you're competing with such people, and obviously you won't stand a chance.
Yeah. It doesn't matter, even if you're almost close to graduating, just do something that you can. It's never too late to gain experience. There is voluntary activity that you can do even outside school. You can go help company. Like also, I'm teaching this 5th grade students, teaching them about Africa, like Nigeria, my country. So it's little things like that just to put in your resume to gather knowledge. It doesn't have to be school. There's voluntary work. You can type voluntary work internship that they don't pay, or they will not pay you though. But like with that, you're gaining experience. That's something you can also add to your resume. So yeah.
Oh wow, that's really great.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to having another talk with you. I'm sure by the time we'll be having another talk, you'll be somewhere up there.
I hope so.
I believe so, because you are really destined for greatness.
Thank you very much.
I can see from your engagement with school activities, like, you know, I've had friends like encourage me to do such, but I've never like taken it serious, you know. I've been engaging with school activities now and then, but never to that kind of a level to reach where you are.
And sometimes we might be busy with other things aside from school, because you know sometimes students are doing other things. Just try to make small time outside to just interact, go for activity and stuff like that. Just leave that small time for this one, because if you want to live your life, it's going to consume you so much that you won't realize that your years is passing in college and you don't have any opportunity to network with people. Because networking is strong.
I feel it's really special, since it's coming from a person like you who's also been an introvert, who's not that outgoing, but has managed to achieve this, which requires you to be like outgoing, to interact with people. networking and everything. You know, there are many students out there, like, they just limit themselves
Yeah.
to the people they know. Let's say I'm an international student, one or two, three friends that I know here are the people that I'll limit myself to.
Yeah.
They don't network and everything, so I feel networking is very important.
Yeah, just go out there and talk. They won't say, get out of here. No.
Yeah.
They're going to talk to you back.
Yeah.
Talk to your professors. They're always happy to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're like applying for jobs and you need someone to like put as reference. They'll be like, oh yeah, we know this person.
Exactly.
So that's really interesting to know about
Yeah.
your journey. So what are you looking forward to after graduating? Do you plan on just working, or do you plan on attending any higher educations?
Yeah, I plan on doing my MBA, but like I don't know how that is going to go now, but because I want to work first,
Okay.
then maybe go and do my MBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And I want to get married.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's well.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you very much
Thank you for having
having
me.
this insightful talk with us.
Yeah.
I hope it inspired some of you out there. So let's go out there. Let's engage. You know, student success is more than just graduating with a 4.0 GPA. Engage with the school. Maybe volunteer for works at school. Just engage out there. Is there anything else you'd like to add on?
Just be out there. That I cannot stress that enough. Put yourself out there. Even if people are saying, "Oh, this girl is doing too much," do not
Yeah.
care, because people will always talk. Put yourself out there and always have fun. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you very much. See you on the next episode.
Bye.